What's up, everybody? EastPhilly here. Today we're going to be talking about knowledge. Well, sort of. So, when I was making my experiences versus things video, I started thinking about the pretty much the bigger two experiences that I've been a part of in the last, I think, like 10 years, which is my current job and going to college. Now, those aren't what I would consider big experiences in terms of like life experience. I got engaged, I went and took a big moto trip and this and that. Those are life experiences that I enjoy and do this and that with. But those aren't like resume type of experiences. I'm talking experience like that. Something that you could put on a resume. And that's not even the topic of this video. The topic of this video is, do I think that lady is an idiot? Yes, I do. No. Do I think college was worth it? And as with everything in life, it depends. I think college was worth it to me in a maturity level. And it was definitely worth it because that's where I met my current fiance. But in terms of the college experience, I think college is good. I don't think I got out of college as much as I put into it, both financially and kind of time-wise or even knowledge-wise, in a sense. So we took a little tour of my college in an older video. That was a while ago, almost a year ago, I think. Anyway, I went to a private college, and it cost a good bit of money in terms of student loans and all that crap. And personally, I think when I went to college, I came out with more education than intelligence. I increased both. The increase ratio of education went up a lot higher than the ratio of intelligence. If I was an RPG character, my education stat would have went up by 10. My intelligence stat would have went up probably by like 6 to 7. And my experience stat would have went up to about 5. Yep. And my maturity stat also went up a good bit. Come on, kid. I would say that went up probably by like 6. So when I was in high school, I was thinking a little bit about the job that I have now, doing like security type of work, or going into the military, or doing something along these lines. And at the time I graduated high school, you only needed a high school education to be a part of the job that I'm in right now. And I could have went right into my job. I would have had probably about 4 more years of experience. Actually closer to 5 since I didn't go into this job right out of college. But I would have had more experience. I would have been making a lot more money. And I could have been doing literally the same exact job for the same exact company. But I was looking into college, and I was really interested in the sciences. And even though my job doesn't really deal with sciences, I thought, well, going to college and going into the science field would be more rewarding. I found it more exciting and more interesting. So that's what I did. I went to college, and I chose a college that was close to home, but still let me not stay at my mom's house and live in there, drug deal. So I chose a college that was close to home, but I still lived in college. I wanted that experience. And what I think I got more out of college was a little bit of maturity and a good bit of experience of being on my own. I still had a meal plan. I still ate food prepared for me and paid for it. I didn't really make my own food, and I I wasn't living on my own as much as I was living on a campus, because I was living on a campus. But I think that I would have been better off going into this job field out of high school than going to college, or at least that college. So I enjoyed my college experience. I met my fiance, I made a couple great friends, I became more mature, I got out of my mom's house, and I learned what it's like to live on my own-ish, and I got some good experiences out of it. But I think that it was a huge waste of most of the money, I'll say. Not all the money, because college, I did get an education. I did get smarter.
I am too smart. S-M-R-T. I mean S-M-A-R-R-T.
And I learned a lot of things that I probably wouldn't have learned. And I think that the experience of college made how I do my job now different than what I would have done if I had did this job right out of high school. I have a different view of everything. Since I was a psychology major, I kind of view things a lot different than a lot of other people at my job. Even those people who also went to college, but when it comes to interacting with people or thinking outside of the box, I think that I kind of see things a different way than other people with other types of degrees and all that. And I'm sure the experiences they had in college kind of give them a different view depending on which field they were in and all this and that. I also really don't like the conventional school system for a lot of for typical education. I'm a very bigger proponent, I don't know the word. I'm a huge supporter in people going to what do we call alternative schools, or what was traditionally trade schools. Going to school to that, you still do your basic curriculum and stuff, but you're mainly there to learn a trade. And almost colleges, you're learning a trade. You're learning about that field, but you're not really setting yourself up for a specific job. And it's not guaranteed you'll get a job out of college anyway. I've never worked in the field that I went to college for. My first job was IT type of stuff, or more media service than IT. And my second job is doing security type work. And it's nothing to do with what I went to school for. But going to school helped me get a different view of things. I learned most of my media stuff at school, so that was a big thing. I believe I'm more mature from going to college than I would have been right out of high school doing this type of stuff. And I'm not saying everybody's like that. I'm saying that was my experience, and I think it's good. So what's the point of this video? I don't know. I kind of rambled on. It's mainly education is good, but education doesn't equal intelligence. I know a lot of people who are very, very, very smart that didn't actually have a big education. They just did high school and they went to work after that, but they're super smart, and they can easily probably get into the field they want without that education. I also know people with very big educations, this certification, that certification, and this degree and that degree, and they're total idiots. So I don't think, like I said, education correlates with intelligence in all people. For me, more so it did, because my education kind of helped teach me new things, and not necessarily things that I can use, but I enjoyed learning about the things I did. But for me, the job I'm in now, like I said, when I was out of high school, I could have joined it. When I was out of college, you couldn't join it without a college degree. And I think now you need at least an associate's degree. You need to have basic curriculum, pretty much showing, hey, I can read and write, and I can do basic problem solving. I think that is worth a lot more than having a bachelor's degree, learning basic things and having better understandings of the basics and better understanding of problem solving is worth a huge amount more than being super educated and having this and that degree. But that's just my personal view. Anyways, let me know what you think. I think that there's too much stock in education these days. I think the form of education that is currently being used is terrible, and it doesn't actually help people become smarter anymore. I think this guy is going down a one-way street the wrong way. Why? And I don't regret going to school. I think I would have gotten a much better experience at a different school that was probably cheaper. I probably got the same education, same amount of intelligence, but I wouldn't be worrying about stuff as much. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you disliked the video, give it a dislike. And if you did dislike it, please let me know in the comments why, so I can make this channel better for both you and me. I'm EastPhilly. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.